But with the COVID shots, I mean, I'm seeing people that were just like adults, primarily some teenagers, perfectly healthy, and then bam, I mean, just completely lives destroyed.
Yep.
I've never seen anything like this with any other product on the market. And I've, in my career, I have seen products come and go. I've seen some antibiotics and pain medications that were, safe and effective. And then all of a sudden they're pulled off the market. But even with those, I didn't see what I'm seeing with these COVID shots. And I mean, I see it every day. I saw 2 patients today, 4 or 5 years later. I mean, it's astounding to me that these things are still being given to people. For example, here's a classic patient I saw, I think it was last week. She's 50 years old, teacher, marathon runner, gets 2 shots, had some severe swelling under her arm after the second shot. Now her right arm will not stop shaking 4 years later. And she's going to numerous doctors, and the doctors will not even entertain the possibility that it could have anything to do with the COVID shot. So, I mean, she's going around doctor, and everybody's like, oh, there's nothing, we don't know why this has happened. We're baffled. It's that sort of thing, especially with when people are shaking and they're just sitting right in front of you, and they were perfectly healthy, and then they get these shots, and you're like, well, yeah. And it's bad because we don't have good tests. So these people, they'll get an MRI, they'll get a bunch of blood work, everything will look normal. And for some reason, medicine has moved to this, you have to have a test to confirm the diagnosis. Like there's so much emphasis on testing, and there's much less emphasis on the history and physical exam. And there's this weird mindset now where you can't prescribe anything unless you got the test to confirm it. And unfortunately, with these vaccine injured patients, the only tests that I have found have been consistently helpful is looking at their spike protein antibody levels. Wow. It's a little bit muddy because we don't have a great way to measure actual spike protein in the blood. So we have to look at antibody levels. And your antibodies are going to go up with infection, and they're going to go up with the shots. That's normal, and you expect that. But I'm seeing just this dramatic difference. So in patients that got the COVID shots, and I actually intend on going this weekend and updating my information because it's been a couple months, but patients that got the shots, on average, their spike protein antibody level is 13,000. In patients that did not get the shots, their spike protein antibody level is 1,300. So it's 10 times greater. And this is 4 years after the shot. So these antibody levels would come down after time. The concern is that because the way these products were designed, they're designed so that your body produces a spike protein. That's how they're designed. Right. So we could be seeing this unlimited production of spike protein. The other concern is that once the spike protein is made, that it can't be broken down because it has something called pseudouridine, which is a sort of a stabilizer. So it's to keep it from being broken down to generate more of a heartier immune response. The problem is we don't have a single study showing that the body's capable of breaking down pseudouridine. We honestly need more research, and that's another huge frustration of mine because so much of this is just trial and error, and talking to other doctors who are like-minded, but there's so few of us out there. We really need the NIH to step up.